We're here today with two of our outstanding music students. So good morning, Lorren and Emma. Congratulations on your recent success with the senior Harper Stedford and the intermediate Harper Stedford. You have worked very hard to reach such a high level of performance. So could you please tell me, each of you, the most exciting thing about performing in that festival, in that Stedford?
It was a really fun festival because we got to see lots of harpers. I didn't expect there to be that many harpers. I enjoyed listening to some music that I know and advanced pieces that I want to learn someday.
So Emma, that's a great response to that. What was it that made you want to learn the harp?
I wanted to play the harp because my sister started learning it first and I really wanted to play it too. The harp is a special instrument because it sounds different to everyone who plays it. It's very magical.
I like that word, magical. And Lorren, what was it that made you want to learn the harp?
Well, it all started when I was 6.5 years old. That was about 6.5, like almost 7 years. Well, I began to watch an amazing film, a Ghibli film called Arietti. And while I was watching it and sitting back looking at the TV, I come across a soundtrack, a beautiful soundtrack composed by Cecile Coibel. Cecile Coibel was a harpist and a composer. Her singing and her harp playing was so majestic that really made me want to play the harp. Like, it made me want to... It was very motivating for me. So I literally had to beg my mom how to let me learn how to play the harp.
Okay, and Mum obviously said, yes, that's fine. So as well as your achievements playing the harp as a solo instrument, you both play other instruments. So Emma, you play the violin and in the orchestra as well, and Lorren, the viola, which is also a special instrument.
Yeah.
Now I know that these instruments, they also take a lot of discipline and work. So could you tell the audience, what is it that you like about playing these other instruments as well as the harp? What do you get out of it, Emma?
Playing two instruments really helps me to get better at sight reading and remembering notes. I also wanted to join the orchestra, but there's not always music for the harp in an orchestra. And it's too big to carry all the time. So I'm happy to play the violin when I'm in the orchestra.
And that's very good. And what do you like about the viola, Lorren?
Well, I like playing the viola because it helps me understand how each part of the music works together. When it comes up in an orchestra, viola is mostly positioned in the middle of the music, And it acts like an accompaniment towards other instruments like cello, violin, and bass, various types of instruments. And it's like helping others, like lifting up others too.
That's one of the best answers I've heard about playing the viola, because that's one of my favourite instruments as well. I love the violin, but the viola is a bit special, the way it supports. It's a very good answer. Now, both of you participate in the school orchestra, plus Emma, you are also a member of the Stage 2 choir. So what advantage is there, do you think, in anticipating in an ensemble or choir? What do you learn from that? I'll ask Lorren first. What do you learn from that?
Well, I learned from that I learned how to teach other students, and since I'm kind of the leader of the viola section, I usually end up teaching people there, teaching my peers there, and on how to work together in orchestra. Okay,
that's an excellent answer, because I can verify that you are also a very good teacher and peer support in the orchestra, so I thank you for that. Emma, what do you get from being in the orchestra and singing in the choir as well?
I get to meet a lot of friends in the orchestra and choir. I love performing together because it's beautiful to make music that blends together. We will work as a team to create harmony.
That's a great answer. And look, all your responses today have been very good, and you might not realise just how helpful your responses are to all of our other students. So your thoughtful responses are very helpful to our other music students to understand the learning and the personal development you've named so well, Emma, playing in an orchestra or singing in a choir. Now this next question might take a bit longer to answer. Have a bit of a think about it. So where do you see, both of you, where do you see your music learning taking you? First of all, through your schooling at Santa Sophia, and then where do you both see yourselves as musicians after leaving school? So Lorren, you've already mentioned that great composer that inspired you. And I know also you have ambitions as both a composer and conductor. So I'd just like to hear your thoughts on that before Emma.
Well, I hope my music learning will gonna help become a composer and a conductor someday. Playing different instruments, like the harp and the viola, helps me understand how all parts of instrument they fit together as in harmony. Well, as a person, I want to create my own music and share it to others, and also lead other musicians around. In this way, when I conduct or write music in future, I know that how each instrument sounds and how to create music in which in the best.
Okay, so you're building your very vast musical experience, and I can really see that taking you to success. So Emma, where do you see, you're a bit younger, but already you are achieving so much. So where do you see yourself heading with your musical achievements?
I love sharing music with others, like when I play at the aged care home to bring joy to the residents. I hope to keep learning both the harp and violin as I grow up. I want to play in more orchestras and maybe teach others one day so they can love music like I do.
Well, that's an excellent answer. Something I'd just like to mention, that in our previous interview, Lorren, you also named your Christian faith as a motivator and a way too that you use music to help other people. And I've only just heard about you both performing, giving up part of your holidays to go and perform at the aged care home. So that's a fantastic expression of your Christian faith and using your gifts as musicians. So just want to mention a little bit more about that performance during the holidays.
Well, during the performance in the aged care, we come across many elders, they become really emotional and happy at the same time, which made my heart feel warmed and very emotional too. And when it comes across one of the elders asking us about why we are playing here, we said to her that we are playing here because we are sharing our love and God's word towards them.
Oh, that's a beautiful answer. And do you have anything to add to that, Emma?
When we were in the aged care, me and Lorren loved how we performed to the residents and feel them happy.
I think that would have been a very special moment. I would have loved to have been there. So congratulations on that. That's an even bigger achievement.